JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, ammo and illegal firearms seized in St. Catherine. The police seized a magazine containing 7 9mm cartridges on Burke Road, Old Harbour in St. Catherine yesterday. According to the police, about 7:30 p.m., lawmen were on duty in the area when an unfinished building was searched and the magazine containing the ammunition was found. Meanwhile, cops attached to the St. Catherine South Police Division on Monday seized a 9mm Glock pistol with a magazine containing 18 9mm rounds of ammunition during a joint police-military operation on Big Lane in Central Village. The police report that about 12:45 p.m., personnel were in the area when an abandoned building was searched and the illegal weapon and ammunition were found inside. No one was arrested in relation to the seizure. Second man charged with murder of sisters in Mona Commons. The police are reporting that a second man has been charged in relation to the shooting deaths of 2 sisters in Mona Commons, St. Andrew. Charged with murder, illegal possession of firearm, and illegal possession of ammunition is 30-year-old Sean Clark, otherwise called Breda, a livestock farmer of Augustone Road, African Gardens, Kingston 7. His court date is being finalized. Recently, the police charged 22-year-old Ocean Plummer, otherwise called Steedy, of Tavern Drive, Kingston 6, with 2 counts of murder and illegal possession of a firearm. On September 17, Renee Martel, 23, and Shoneke Hunter, 31, were shot in their yard by gunmen. The police report that about 2:15 p.m., 4 other armed suspects traveling on motorcycles in Mona Commons approached and shot Hunter and Martel. They were taken to hospital where they were pronounced dead. Investigations led to Plummer's arrest, and he was charged on Thursday, December 10. Meanwhile, the police are asking anyone with information on the whereabouts of the other suspects involved in the incident to contact the Major Investigation Division at 876-758-5048, Crime Stop at 311, or the nearest police station. Businessman facing wounding charges. A businessman in Westmoreland is now facing charges after he used a gun to inflict a wound on his partner during an altercation on Saturday. Charged is 39-year-old Alric Williams Sr. of Namperel Road, Negril, and Townhead, Burnt Savannah in the parish. He was charged with illegal possession of firearm and illegal possession of ammunition, assault at common law, and unlawful wounding. According to the police, about 11:30 p.m., the complainant and the accused, who are involved in an intimate relationship, had an altercation, during which Williams used the firearm to cause a wound to the complainant's face. The matter was reported to the police, and Williams was arrested and charged. His court date is being finalized. Teen drowns at hotel in Manchester while visiting mom. A 16-year-old boy was drowned while swimming in a pool at a hotel in Manchester. It is reported that around 11:30 a.m., the teen was swimming at the Tropics View Hotel in Hatfield, about 5 kilometers west of the parish capital Mandeville, when he got into difficulties and drowned. Further details on the incident were not immediately available. However, it is understood that the teen with some hearties in the parish was at the hotel with his mother, who is visiting Jamaica from overseas. St. Catherine man charged with assault and gun possession. Sleuths on the St. Catherine South Division have arrested and charged 23-year-old Damar Muirhead of Terminal Road, Old Harbour in the parish, with 2 counts of assault at common law, illegal possession of firearm, and illegal possession of ammunition. His court date is being finalized. The charges stemmed from an incident in his community on Sunday, December 20. The police report that about 10:30 a.m., Muirhead was involved in a dispute with the complainants, during which he allegedly pulled a firearm and pointed it in their direction before threatening to kill them. The matter was reported to the police, and Muirhead was arrested and charged. Pressure coming for those who abandon relatives at hospitals. Relatives who abandon their loved ones at public hospitals could find themselves in trouble with law enforcement as the government inches closer to a legal framework to address a long-standing problem. The Health and Wellness Ministry has, for some time, been urging people to desist from dropping their family members off at hospitals and abandoning them. But the practice has continued, hampering the capacity of many hospitals, which face the chronic problem of bed space shortage. Now, Health and Wellness Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton has said that talks have started with legal counsel with a view to aggressively pursue the matter in the new year. We are pushing that matter. We are gathering information and looking at the laws to determine the basis on which action can be taken and how the laws can be changed to reflect persons taking more responsibility for their loved ones. We have actually been in dialogue with an attorney, and that is being pursued as we speak, he said in an interview earlier this week. Last week, the ministry issued an urgent public service announcement calling on relatives to pick up social patients who are essentially living in hospitals across the island. This is in order to make these hospital beds available for other members of the public who are in need of hospital care, the announcement said. There are more than 300 such individuals languishing at public expense in the hospital system. Dr. Tufton said this accounts for about 7% of bed spaces across the island's hospitals. It is a very serious situation. We have 7 to 8% of our hospital beds being occupied by social patients. We are particularly concerned about KPH and the Spanish Town Hospital. KPH has about 40 social cases and Spanish Town about 20, which are substantial numbers of their bed count. It is a real genuine concern, he stated. The Health and Wellness Minister said those abandoned are primarily the elderly with chronic ailments and people who have mental illnesses. We will therefore be pushing that matter next year in a more aggressive way. What we're doing is looking at the laws now and trying to determine how, he emphasized. Police step up presence in major thoroughfares and the shopping zones. The St. Catherine South Police have mounted several checkpoints in the division in what it has described as a surge in operational activities, which will focus on dominating the major thoroughfares and hotspots. In a series of tweets, the Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF said the checkpoints were mounted to help keep the public safe. The police said joint military patrols have been deployed with a focus on violence producers, seizure of illegal weapons and ammunition, and interruption of criminal movements. The police encourage the public to call Crime Stopper 311 if they have information on criminals and criminal activities. Meanwhile, the Public Safety and the Traffic Enforcement Branch have continued its thrust to be visible and effective on the streets to ensure the smooth flow of traffic and safety island-wide. Along with motorcyclists, the force said the branch has personnel on beat duty within shopping centers, quick response patrols in New Kingston and Crossroads, as well as patrols along the highways and corporate area thoroughfares. 4 COVID patients die as Jamaica records more cases. Jamaica recorded 4 COVID-related deaths and 41 new cases of the virus over the last 24 hours. This brings the death toll to 302 and the total number of confirmed cases across the island to 12,793. According to the Ministry of Health and Wellness, the new deaths include 3 people from St. James, a 72-year-old man, an 82-year-old woman, and a 56-year-old man, as well as an 83-year-old man from Westmoreland. The ministry said all 4 deaths were formerly under investigation. Meanwhile, the new cases include 19 males and 22 females, with ages ranging from 9 to 90 years. Of the new cases, 13 were recorded in Kingston and St. Andrew, 12 in St. Mary, 5 in St. Catherine, 3 in Manchester, 2 each in St. James, St. Thomas and Westmoreland, and 1 each in Clarendon and Trelawney. The transmission of all of the new cases are under investigation. The country also recorded 112 recoveries, bringing the total number of recoveries to 10,319. Report missing people immediately, JCF urges. The Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF is calling on members of the public to report to the police immediately people they believe are missing. Head of the Corporate Communications Unit, Senior Superintendent Stephanie Lindsay, noted that people do not have to wait 24 hours before reporting others missing. We usually get a lot of missing persons reports during this time of the year. If a member of your family is deemed missing, there is no waiting time to report. Once you are of the view that the person's absence and your inability to contact that person is outside of the person's normal routine, then it is important that you make a report immediately to the nearest police station, she explained. Lindsay added that the nearest police station that the concerned individuals visit are obligated to take the reports. It may be necessary for you to go to another police station afterwards in the jurisdiction from where the person is missing, and you may have to go to the local police, but the initial police you make contact with should be enough, she said. According to Lindsay, people who are reporting missing individuals will be asked to provide a recent photograph of that person. She added that if the person missing is a child, an Ananda alert will be immediately activated, and the relevant departments and agencies that deal with children will be alerted by the police. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.